Good evening and welcome to round 2 of this GT3 Autumn Series here at Slip and Grip Sim Racing. My name is Andrew Welbourn, and after a week's break I am back on the commentary duties and hopefully should be joined by Tom. Just checking Discord. Yes, Tom
I'm still here.
Is here as well, so thanks for covering last week, Tom, and good evening.
Yeah, good evening, you're more than welcome, and yeah, let's see the season through the whole way, hopefully with a bit of coverage from either of us. We'll cover it between the two of us. A few extra people in tonight. I think we're up to 33 so far, so yeah, good strong grid size again, hopefully heading towards the 50 that signed up.
Yeah, 40 I think's the next target, isn't it? We've had 30 and that was our target, and yeah, we've gone through that now. 33 ready to start the evening, which is really good stuff, and yeah, hopefully we can start pushing a bit further on, and as you say, 50 registered as it is, so yeah, it'd be nice to have the full grid, but as it stands we've got 33, which is still nice and healthy for a Sunday evening's racing.
Certainly is. So Jan Booker is leading them away. He will be the first to cross the line and start a flying lap. A large number of the drivers still remain in the pits, and there's an absolute bundle of people all heading down the back straight towards 130R. So yeah, people might be struggling for a bit of space, especially once everyone is out of the pit lane and onto the circuit.
Yeah, it's a bit silly, really, considering the size of Suzuka. You know, the grid's not packed enough that they shouldn't be able to create space for themselves. So, but that's down to them. No one forces them to exit the pit lane at a particular time, so on them be it. So we'll see. There has been yellow flag, so everyone is actually starting to back up going into the last chicane. Then I just saw the yellow flag fly up, and it's Nicholas who slowed down there to give himself that space, and he's got Scott Savage behind him in the Looney Tunes car, but still in a bit of a train, as you pointed out.
Yeah, I think the leader of that train is the 971 car, Patrick.
Okay, yeah, so we'll see how those guys get on. And say there's a lot of new names, even this week compared to last week. I know I did manage to watch the stream last week when you was covering it, Tom, but even since then there's quite a few extra names that have popped up, so forgive us if we absolutely butcher your name, but we will try our best. Yeah, we will. 100% we will butcher your name. We'll try our best though. But yeah, so we've obviously coming up 4 minutes into this session, not going to have chance for the first lap to get in yet. So as you said, Jan is currently leading the pack and coming up to the final chicane, so we will start to get the first flying laps in, but they're obviously not going to have too many to be able to get in tonight with the 15-minute session. It's a long lap, about 2 minutes in length, and Jan, has he got a representative time? Yes, so 2 minutes. Sorry, my time screen just confused me a little bit there. I thought he'd got a red lag. Yeah, I thought he'd had a invalid lap for a second, but yeah, no, we see the times are coming in now. Then I was just going to say, after this qualifying session, which these guys are on at the minute, this is to set up the grids. We've got 2 races again this week, but instead of the 40-40 format we had last week, we've got one 20-minute sprint race and then a 60-minute race. So still a bit of a sprint race in terms of GT3s, but a bit longer than what we saw last week. And I think tyres might actually play a little bit more of a part heading into the latter stages of that race, especially with the LFM BOP that we're running and the extra ballast on some of these cars. It might just play a factor in the evening.
Minutes, 0.405 from Ricciano Cruz. Apology if I have butchered that one. you've not butchered your lap though. 2 minutes point 4 is really, really strong, and Brown in second place. Not too far back, 0.150 behind. However, 0.2 down on the next lap. So, and with a pretty good time, not quite able to get onto terms. Carl Wright is showing us half a second up already, and but he has traffic. Carl Wright on your screen there now, stuck behind a Porsche, skipping. Oh, it's Matty J.
Yeah, Matty J, who has turned up literally about 10 minutes ago. So he's obviously not going to be up to speed. He'll be just running the aggressive preset, I would imagine, in terms of his setup as well, which isn't ideal. I think a lot of guys now are... Sorry.
Kyle's bowed out, his laps right off.
Yeah. Amazing.
Classic. Dave Rose in 5th. That's a nice thing to see. We hopefully can hold on that high up. Also, just noticed our first place guy is signed up as a silver. I think that's because Pro was full. Yes,
I believe so. So we can change that about. Yeah, it was. It's new to us to be getting 50 people wanting to sign up to a series. I've not really expected it. So, but yeah, we can adjust things about. There's the opportunity to do it on SimGrid before we publish the results, so it shouldn't matter overall. But yeah, safe to say, I think Cruz is going to go straight cruising into the Pro category.
Don't start a game you don't want.
No, you're right. You're right.
Don't start this.
So
Kyle's out the final turn. He's 11.9 down, and heading on to a flyer. Sorry, I realised I wasn't talking about who was on your screen. Who is doing well? Dave Rose looks like he's found 0.2 on this lap, so he is moving forward. Sam Waldridge already doing well. Dave really quite wide. You're still watching Kyle. Apologies.
Yeah, just wanted to see how Kyle got on. We saw that he was sort of 6/10 up as he exited the S's last time round before he hit the traffic. He's not quite been able to gain as much. Oh, actually, saying that, over the top of the hill, he's gaining quite a bit of time in the Delta again. So he obviously had a bit of a poor run that first time through. Just about manages to keep the car within the limits at Degner 1 and 2 there, and under the bridge, this unique figure of 8 style layout that Suzuka has, and through the ever so tight first gear hairpin and out onto this back section. Then it's getting faster and more flowing as he heads towards Spoon Curve. Currently half a second up, so this is going to push Kyle right up towards those top 2 positions. If he can maintain...
Can't take my own pun and use it against me.
No, that wasn't intentional, Tom.
Yeah, all right. Just a quick note for you as he flies down the back straight. Matt Davies up to 3rd.
Yeah, so good lap from Matt. We saw last week he got a 3rd in the first race, was it? And then I know he was up there in both races anyway, so he's obviously gelled well with that Merc again.
This could be pole for Kyle.
Yeah, 8/10 up at the moment, 7 and a bit.
Slipping. He's not got the run out the final turn that he had before. It's going to be tight for first place. On to pole he goes, 0.088. So Kyle just sneaks in there at the top of the grid.
It's nice and close up at the top. It's only half a second covering the top 6. So not an awful lot in it as it stands. As you say, Dave Rose currently leading the silver class at the moment. We'll ignore... Yes, we'll ignore Cruz's time up at the top. He's clearly not a silver class driver.
Dave's improving. He's 0.3 up currently. Little wiggle through 130R there. Has lost that improvement. Gets it brake nice and early across a large amount of the inside curb. Unwind to steering. Currently matching Delta. Let's see if he can get a fraction of a second out of this. It was 0.930 off the front. And he does not improve. He was half a tenth off his lap time. So consistent as he parks it in the gravel.
So we've got Max Tad currently about 3/10 up. Yeah, just sneaking over 3/10 now as he goes down the long straight towards 130R. 10th place overall. And that car taking a lot of curb on the inside there, but stayed settled, so the dampers and that working well on the M4.
Yeah, a couple of complaints of understeer in the BMW, apparently.
I think the BMW does actually have a tiny bit of ballast on it. Obviously, when they first released that car, it was just massively overpowered on the BOP, but over time, with the 1.9 patch especially, it's just reined it back in a little bit. But I think, obviously, the guys at LFM, and I believe it's Apex Online as well, using their database of lap times, they obviously feel it needs just a little bit of ballast on it, just to rein it in and even it out with everyone else. So,
just a quick word, the championship leader, Zenko, 14th, looking like he's about to improve, but it's not he's in the 201s. He's not where he wants to be.
Yeah, struggling with the Audi. I know last week, I know it's hard to say, difficult, easy to say when he's won both races, but I know he wasn't massively comfortable. He obviously had the pace last week, but it was a bit of a cost. The car was very, very twitchy and he wasn't comfortable driving it, and I think that's just been accentuated a bit at Suzuka. So he's up to 9th, yeah. So a better lap, but still, as he parks it in the middle of the track, which probably isn't the greatest there, but thankfully no one comes into contact with him.
He's got to fly now, because he's got 2 minutes and 21 seconds until the end of the session. Oof. He's come out in a little bit of clear air if the 50 car does get past as he exits the pits. Max in the background there after another lap time as well. So yeah, the 50 car goes through. Zenko's now got to jump on it to get the car round. It's not going to be a gentle tyre warm up. It's going to be a push lap as we see him.
Yeah, has to be, as you say. Otherwise, he's not going to get that lap in. I mean, the advantage he does have is unless Max as the 50 loses control there and he's out of his way, so it will help him get round this lap. I was just going to say, if Max can make it around in time, either one of these guys is going to be the last person to cross the line to start a flying lap, which, if the track, it is on optimum, so really realistically it should stay the same, but you never know, it might just rubber in that tiny bit more and just help him out, especially with that fresh set of tyres that he's got on.
Ross Parker, he's nearly finishing a lap, currently 27th. So Ross, who we saw having a good battle with John last week, down in 27th. It's not where he's going to want to be.
But he's 2.5 seconds up on his delta, so he's going to jump forward. Not that far though. He's only looking at around John's time in 24th, so there's quite a gap.
23rd.
Yeah,
so
23rd.
This has got to be it for Ross as we're looking at Kyle on your screen.
Sorry, Kyle was up on his delta and he did actually improve. So
a 2:01.
And then Cruz has just gone past again with a 2:01. So those two incredibly close. 0.04 in it. And they've got a bit of a buffer over the rest of the field. Just trying to have a look at some deltas. We've got Marchetti in the Honda. Not many Hondas. I think the only Honda on the grid. So it's nice to see the NSX out actually. And in nice Motul colours as well. I know it's just an in-game livery, but it's a smart looking thing. He is
so
6:10 up.
The timer's hit 0. We are done. No more laps will be started. Only finished. A large number of drivers in the pits. Jan makes his way back as well. Matty J got bags of oversteer in this Porsche. Bags of oversteer.
Where's Marchetti go then? Oh, it must have been an invalid lap because his delta was saying he was over a second up. So, yeah. Lewis Robinson is 4/10 up currently. So this will put him onto the second row of the grid if he can maintain this. He's got Matty J, yeah.
Yeah, he's just ahead, but Matt just had a massive slide out of 130R. He's sideways everywhere.
Yeah, so as I say, I would imagine fully that he is just on the aggressive preset. And where does Lewis end up then as he crosses the line? And he does go up to third and gets onto the second row of the grid. So a really good lap at the end for Lewis in that McLaren.
Matty Zenko is 12th and in the pits.
Yeah, so Matt not feeling it tonight. Obviously struggling a little bit with that Audi. As you say, the championship leader coming into tonight.
Max is still running. Could jump forward a space. Max there, 130R, 0.3 up. Masses of inside curb, lifts the inside wheels now. Only 0.2 up. A little late on the brakes there. Gains a bit of time, but loses it through the chicane due to the eager entry on the power. Still looks like a 0.2 improvement. So should jump ahead of Scott Savage. It's a late line there. He does indeed get ahead of Scott. And there we go.
So yeah, that is the final final car across the line. Then there was Dave Rose behind him, but yeah, all 30, there's 3 cars that haven't set a time. Jurovic tried 3 laps. Kazanov tried 2. Phil Brown didn't actually go out for a lap, so yeah, not sure why that is. But anyway, we have this 5-minute interval. If it'll let me click drive, it's not going to let me click drive, so I shall leave that for the moment. And hopefully that will sort itself out in a bit.
That. Yeah, mine's alright.
Oh well, that's fine then. As long as yours is alright.
Not great for the stream, but
yeah. No, can I do it that way? There you go, I'll do it that way. We are sorted then, getting ready for this first race. So, as you say, Kyle getting the result late on in that session. I thought, was that right? I thought Cruz was on pole.
He will be when we start.
Yeah, once it gets going
on the dummy grid. Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah,
all over
sorry, I thought I was. Yeah, I thought that was wrong. I just looked at my leader, but I was like, I'm pretty sure Kyle was second. But yeah, so bit of a mixed bag. We're just looking at the category list on the leaderboard. There's a few silvers that have dropped in amongst the AMs, and quite a few pros probably out of position as well. Like you say, Matty Zenko. Then we had Matt Jordan, who was going well last week. Joe normally a bit further up as well, so a few guys struggling this week. Probably a lack of practice for the most part. It normally tends to be the case. So I would expect people like Joe and Matty J and that to just get faster as the evening goes on. But it will be interesting to see what Matty Zenko can do starting 12th. We know how quick he can be, and whether he can make his way through that pack of silvers and get himself somewhere near the rest of the pros.
John Walker down mid-20s. Craig Fulton 20th and Matt Johnston around him, so that'll be an interesting fight with those two. Challoner 16.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, Ash has just rejoined at the back of the grid, so I'm not sure what's happened with Ash there. Yeah, something's obviously gone wrong. Whether he's had a disconnect of some sorts, but he's now at the back of the grid. You can see actually the grid slot in front of him that's empty. So yeah,
so
I do wonder what's
I
happening.
think he's retreated to a place of safety.
Well, let's see. Let's hope.
Go with that.
Yeah, let's hope that that's not the case. Let's hope we have a nice clean turn one. Oh, Cruz saying he didn't get pole. That Kyle got it on the last lap. Apologies. I thought that Cruz still had it. I didn't realise that Kyle had nicked it. So yeah, really close then between those two. Got 10 viewers at the minute. Sam Waldridge in the chat as well. Hello, Sam.
Isn't he meant to be on the track?
He is on the track. He is in 7th place. Where are we there? Yeah, unfortunately, none of my cameras will pick him up without me doing a free cam. I don't want to do F7 right now.
Yeah, loves it.
Come on then, shall we do an F7 camera? Although it doesn't seem to want to work.
Go on board, then hit it.
There we go. I just wanted to have a quick look at his livery, that was all. He's got his cyberpunk livery. Looking very good as always. Sam, who has done the slip and grip cars for us as well.
I think I'm getting a bit seasick off your camera.
Always. Always. So we will come off of that and go back to the helicam, ready for the guys to set off on the formation lap. So just
time flies when you're having fun. That's 5 minutes gone. Thanks to all of you guys racing that have jumped in. Make sure you hit like whilst you're watching. That little like will help us.
Exactly. Got 12 people watching and 2 likes, so we're obviously not doing too much good. To take a drink, ready for the start then. So who's the one to watch out for then, Tom? Come on, you're going to put your money somewhere.
Woosten at the back. It's the one to watch.
Blaster first.
Last to first challenge. Who do we reckon? I think Johnston loves the early part of the race. He will be taking the opportunities. Zenko in the pack. He'll go one of 2 ways. He'll either do really well or really badly, getting maybe a bit of contact. 44 back to the pits. So
that's
not only did Phil not do any qualifying laps, he's now in the pits.
Yeah, I've not seen any messages, I don't think, of issues.
No. 971 for the win in the chat. Yeah, Patrick starting in 14th.
Yeah.
So make sure we watch Patrick for a bit in the race just to get a bit of coverage.
Yeah, the Red Bulls racing McLaren. So yeah,
Absolutely.
we liked that one last week. But
Jordan did well last week as well.
Yeah, I was going to say Matt Jordan. He's I think he got pushed up into the pro. I think he started as a silver, but sort of judging on last week how quick he was and how consistent, we just bumped him up into the pro category. So because we've got a lot of new drivers joined us since we've joined SimGrid, we obviously don't know a lot of the guys. We've got a lot of our old faithful original members that we all sort of know each other's relative pace, but with all the new drivers that come in, not really had time to be able to assess everyone fully. So we will probably keep just monitoring it and maybe changing people about if we feel we need to, but it might be something we look at for the future.
Nick Myers, 29th, car number 11. The livery is visible this week.
It's so good. It looks fantastic. Absolutely classic Jaguar livery there from the Group C days. Yeah, lots of purple, white and gold on that car. Who else is around? Ash's car still not showing up properly for some reason. That should be a slip and grip livery on that car. I don't know why it isn't.
The same. Yeah, not sure.
We will try and sort that out for next time.
Sure.
So those guys make their way round the back then.
They're currently covering the entire back straight, so the game's going to have to ask them to form up 2x2 pretty damn soon. I think that was the call there. So the back of the grid rushes forwards into 130R to square up. Good job contact's not on, otherwise we'd be written off before we even start. So, are we doing the usual, Andy? Helicopter, you watch the front, I'll watch the back.
Yep.
See what goes on.
Yep, that sounds like a plan. So we will have Ant Brown's car as the one that is highlighted. However, as we say, we are on helicam, so hopefully we should get a good overall picture of what is going on.
The last cars are out of the chicane, so remember it's a really late call here. We're going to be a long way down the straight before it goes green. Gamer 116 in the chat, go as Matt Kasanov. That's the 777 car.
Yep. And away they go, and it's a very, very good start for Cruz. He's got the jump on Kyle. Kyle looking to try and keep the nose down the inside. He's going to have to back out of it. And he manages to get the car down the inside at the second part, just before the S's. So a good move from Kyle. And it looks like, oh, there's a car off into the barrier at the side there. Not sure what happened. I was just going to say, everyone seems to have made their way through cleanly so far. So it looks like a good start from everyone. So yeah, that's good to see.
Bochetti in 24th has a drive-through for an out-of-position start, so that's an unfortunate start. We've also had a Ferrari spin, rejoin the track. Thankfully, everyone avoided him. Car 31 has spun as well. We've got the 420 car facing the wrong way. So, a couple of spins, couple of incidents, but nothing too major.
Yeah, a lot of cars to try and filter through that turn one. I'll say for the most part, I think everyone just about managed it okay. There's Dave Rose.
We had a 3-car pile-up.
Oh.
We're okay, we're okay.
Well, Matty Zenko is up into 9th place already, so he has made 3 positions. And we're not even at the end of lap 1 yet, so really good start for Matty Zenko, who's now all over the back of Dave Rose in that Hooters Ferrari. Oh, he goes wide. The second part of Spoon, he just manages to cover off Max Tad there in 10th place. And he will go chasing after Dave and Sam Woolridge ahead of him. So we'll just jump back to the leaders for now then. So Kyle Wright with just a 3/10 advantage. That's probably going to come right down as they get through the chicane. As they come to close lap 1 then, and it is Kyle with that slim advantage. That looked like Matty Davis alongside Ant Brown. And it certainly is.
He's got the nose down the inside. He's managed to clear it. Ant swoops in, leaves just about a car's width on the inside. Matt nudges the door in return. There were some slim margins there, but both giving each other just enough room, and Matty D getting the move done into 4th place.
Yeah, he's really enjoying that Mercedes. I know when we did our British GT series, however many years ago now, he jumped in that car and was instantly mega quick. So it's a car he knows and has gone well in before. So now he needs to try and bridge that gap. There's already quite a gap to Lewis Robinson ahead of him. You can see it there on the screen. Just need to start working together and get back with that front 3. Kyle with a half a second advantage. He is holding on for now. Any other movers? Joe Challoner just lost a position. He's in P15 at the moment, but I think Joe started 19th if it was correct on that one, so he has made some progress forward. Ross Parker in 16th behind him, so Ross, after having a bit of a nightmare qualifying session, has made his way back up the grid quite nicely there. Well, has moved forward, just looking. Ashwatton up into 25th as well, after starting 33rd. And he's...
Parked is 16th.
Yes. Yeah, it's good start for him. There's quite a bit of damage on that Porsche there. I think that's the 319 car, if I'm correct on that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so Comazetto. Yeah, Ash currently chasing down Jurovic and Comazetto to try and make a move forward. As Kyle sets the fastest lap of the race. But that guy...
Oh, that's not fast though.
And Cruz looking to try, take the long way round. Kyle will cover that off. And just about holds on. And just go back.
Yeah, he's feeling the pressure. Was he sideways out of turn 1?
Oh, they didn't go far enough back on the replay. Apologies. I just wanted to see where he'd lost that time. Yeah, he looks to have gathered it back up. The delta on my screen was telling me he was 4 tenths up, so he's obviously recovered from whatever mistake happened there. Lewis Robinson just sticking with these guys as well, just lurking in that 3rd place, just in case these two do mess each other up and tangle a little bit. Was Matty Davis able to close? No, not at the minute. He's just sort of matching Lewis as it stands. Matty Zenko up into 8th place now as well. So he's got past Dave Rose and he's chasing his good friend Sam ahead of him. Max Tad looking to get past Dave Rose as well. Oh, as it gets sideways on the exit of Spoon. Trying to get the power on and get down that back straight. It's looking a bit more like his usual self, this.
Yeah, definitely looking more comfortable as Max looks to the inside. Not able to get past Dave. It's put Dave offline though. So Max is going to have the run out here. The power of the BMW holds the tighter line. You've seen it in Formula 1, now you're seeing it in GT3 on your computer.
There was a flash of the lights from Dave there. Not sure what that was all about, as Sam has lost a position to Matty Zenko. Don't know if Sam maybe let him through. So those guys are good friends. They come from the same group and they're not in the same class as well. It's Silver and a Pro, so maybe Sam's just let Matty go through and try and tag on the back of him and increase his pace. Oh, Cruz has lost 2nd place. Sorry, missed that. So Lewis Robinson is up into 2nd. He's 1.3 off the back of Kyle. So whether there was a mistake or whether Lewis was just able to make a move, but it's obviously cost him a little bit of time in the process. Yeah, I would say it's a mistake of just looking at the last lap. So Cruz's last lap was a 2:02 flat compared to a 2 minutes 0.7 from Lewis. So immediately under threat.
Porsche
Yeah.
To the inside. Oh. Lewis not phased. Elected to turn in as normal. No overlap from Cruz and the Porsche. Good exit though from the Porsche again. This all allowing Kyle to stretch his legs slightly. That Porsche strong in a straight line. Very limited downforce you would suggest from this, but he's put to the outside line. Looks for a cutback, tucks the nose inside. That could have been a hell of an accident if they'd come together. Both spotting their braking points down into the chicane. A larger chunk of the curbs for the Porsche. Let's see how the drive is out this time as we head on to the start-finish straight.
Yeah, the Porsche, the 992
Look how
Porsche.
quick it is.
Yeah, the 992 Porsche has been strong since they brought it out into the game. The engine has been very strong on that car, and that McLaren, the Evo, is probably running quite a bit of ballast because again, that's been OP in recent months, especially on the straight line speed and performance of that car. So just the sheer natural drive of the Porsche having the rear engine on it means he can get the traction and get the power down. It's probably...
Kyle's going to be loving this.
Yeah, I was going to say that push is probably ideal for this sprint format. A 20-minute format is perfect for it. You don't need to worry about the tyres at all. Tyre degradation isn't going to be an issue, so can really get the hammer down and abuse it. It's only on those longer races, like we saw in the charity race, where it really struggles with tyres, and it's not the best on fuel either, if I remember right. I think they were struggling to make an hour at Spa in it, so yeah, it's a fast car, but it does have its limitations. So I've just seen as well, Matizenko with another move, so he's got past Horvath now, who's looking to make yeah, I was going to say, looking to make an immediate return, but Matt holding on then, and that is 6 positions gained in this 10 minutes, and that's a really good solid drive from him there. He's got through all the silvers and overtaken one of the pros now, and yeah, he's got 2.5 second gap to Ant Brown ahead of him, so I think it's going to be a struggle. His Horvath has gone.
That's a spin.
Yes, where is Horvath? He's on the other side of the track. Thankfully, he's not collected anyone on the way through. I think Sam Woolridge is probably going to need a new pair of pants, not going to lie. I've gone too far back, 30 seconds. I thought if I went 15 it'd be too short, but let's have a look. No, I want to see...
the pair of pants. Yeah, got ya.
I want to see what Sam saw. Yeah, so there goes Horvath. Look, the car snaps. It's going to come across. Oh, he managed to react in time, so... yeah, very lucky there for Sam. And just have a look back at Matizenko then.
Clean air and the pressure off behind.
Yeah, the guys up in front, Matty Davis and Ant Brown, yeah, right on top of each other, and these two closing in. Cruz has got back past Robinson. It's almost a 4-way battle for second place in this race at the moment.
Ross Parker under attack.
He's got,
16th.
yeah, Ryan David on the back of him. So Ross, is there a bit of a train forming?
Yeah. Any more cars stuck up behind him, he'll be playing train sim.
You'll be joining them next then.
Yeah, join in.
So, yeah, so there's Craig as well. Craig just having to bail out a little bit there. He looked like he got a little bit too hot on the brakes and just went wide to avoid making any contact with the cars.
What's the double apex left that we're about to see? What's that?
Spoon.
Spoon, that's it. I knew it had a memorable name. Spoon. Lots of these guys are having trouble with the exit of Spoon, so you're fine through this mid part, but then as we exit, there's quite a few that oversteer, running wide, trying to stay off those marbles. So Spoon is proving quite difficult for a number of these guys.
Yeah, I'm still having flashbacks from my championship going up at Spoon, but never mind. We'll move on. Have you seen
sounds like you've really let that one go,
have you seen the pretty picture of Joe on the bonnet of Craig's car?
I haven't, no.
Can you just about see it on the screen?
I think it's one for the grid at the start of race 2.
We'll have a look at that. You can just about see it as it's going round, but
look to the inside, a dive
from
it's happened.
Ryan, and it's got him through though. No contact made. It was a bit of a late lunge, but he got the car stopped.
Craig wants a bit. Craig's going for it.
Oh, that's close between those two. Craig.
That slowed down. Ross compromised on his turn in there. He saw the craggle approaching, and yeah.
And that's John Walker behind him as well, joining in the fun.
Where you find a Ross Parker, you find a Walker. It's true.
Absolutely. Sorry, just looking at the deltas and Sam under pressure from Max then. So this is the battle for silver class honours. Say we're ignoring Cruz's silver tag on his car up ahead. He's clearly a pro driver, so Yes, Sam, 7th place overall, but leading the silvers ahead of Max. This is warming up nicely.
Let's see what the straight line comparison is. Aldridge electing a little move to the middle of the track. It would be a brave move here.
Oh, he's gone very sideways. He's going to go off.
He's round.
Oh.
He's all the way around. He's kept the steering neutral. Sam has just let that spin happen.
Yeah.
You need to get the car restarted.
Yeah, he
find a way to rejoin.
Got on the brakes straight away, held the brakes, and thankfully managed to get stay off the racing line for the most part. Nice, sensible rejoin as well there, as we would expect from Sam, to be fair. But that has dropped him to 15th overall. He's now 5th in class, so bit of a disaster there. Just as we come to join that battle, Scott Savage has had an issue as well. We'll just jump back. Let's see what happened there then.
The grass.
That was Dave Rose. Just gone wide. Yeah.
I mean, if he'd held it, drift of the day.
Yeah, it's obviously just slightly off light. Oh, and he's now got one of the RSR cars. Sorry, I'm just trying to... Oh, Horvath. And Joe.
Getting argy-bargy.
With Andy Benton. There's Joe trying to show a nose down the inside there. There's Matty Johnston, who's made his way up through the pack a bit as well. Joe's had a good run as well in this race.
Just move in the background. With Audi and Porsche side by side.
Yeah, that's Horvath and Matty Johnston. Just keeping an eye on these two. I think quite a few of the guys have spread about. There's just a couple little sort of packs that run at a minute, this being one of them. And yeah, Scott Savage, who's defending from Joe. Scott not actually in the same class as Joe, well, any of the three cars behind him, so he'll want to beat them for bragging rights, but he could actually just let these guys go if it started to get a little bit too heated. But we've only got just under 4 minutes of this race left now, whereas Kyle has just started another lap, so there's only going to be 2 laps left of this race. So we'll see.
Fan favourite 971. One of the fan favourites. 971 Patrick is in the pits.
Oh, what?
Well, we were about to show you Patrick, because there's some fans, but
I'm just wondering why, unless he's not fueled, or he's made a sorry, he's messed up on his fuel, or is he just driving through?
Did he have a drive-through?
No, he's obviously stopping. I wonder if it's just a splash and dash.
GT3 has had an issue.
That's Horvath. Yeah, it looks like a splash and dash for Patrick. No, still not going unless his left tyre's on.
If you went back 30, would capture that one.
Yeah, there's Matty J on his tail. He's gone wide and he's onto the grass. The car's gone side. Oh!
Matty J, very lucky there.
Yeah, has Patrick got going again yet? No, he's still in the pits, so I wonder what's happened to him there, because I'd say he didn't seem to have any damage. There was no drive-through either. Jan Vanny has got a yellow flag as well, just trying to recover that car. Oh. That looked a bit...
Oh.
Yeah, car just snapping and sending him into the barriers, so yeah, it didn't look the greatest of rejoins.
I think people are starting to struggle with tyres, because we've got a number of yellow flags up and down this field.
Just having a look. Matty Zenko has closed right in on Ant Brown. He's only 2/10 off the back of him, and that Audi is catching with that bit of slipstream. So what can Matty Zenko do on this last lap? Can he put Ant under enough pressure to force a mistake? Ant currently using his new setup for the first time this evening, or first time he's raced it as far as I'm aware, so hadn't gone full sort of Acetec or Acetec, however you want to call them, gear. He's got the hydraulic brake pedals and direct drive unit, so it's all new equipment to him. It's not slowed him down too much. He's having a much better start to this lap. He's stretched out that advantage over Matty Zenko, but that car looking very loose as he's been very aggressive over the curbs. Matty Zenko with a tighter line on the exit, trying to get the power down early. Joe Challoner with a yellow flag, so he's had a bit of a coming together with Matty Johnston, I would imagine, there, because that looks like Matt's letting Joe go. So we'll just cut back up here then as Ant goes wide into the second part of Spoon. As you pointed out, Tom, everyone's seeming to struggle through that section at the moment.
Yeah, it has certainly been tricky. This 20-minute race absolutely flying by compared to last week, but we're in for the long haul after this one.
Yeah, we'll see how everyone manages. I think we'll see. Well, we'll discuss that Kyle. In the break. Yeah, I was going to say he will be exiting. I was getting ready, don't worry. But Kyle, yeah, flawless pretty much from start to finish in that race. With just over a second gap over Cruz, Lewis Robinson and Matty Davis in fourth, and does hold on to fifth ahead of Matty Zenko, who had a really good drive there to come from 12th on the grid. Max Tad, who finishes ahead of Dave Rose and Jan Booker. Scott Savage in 10th. We've got Joe and Matty J with Sam Woolridge behind, and Ryan David. Let's have a look who else. Horvath in 15th, Craig Fulton 16th, and Ross Parker. John Walker crossing the line as well. Is that... I didn't see who the car was that was behind him. Apologies. As my leaderboard is now starting to mess up. So Ash Wootton in 21st. So Ash starting 33rd and made up 12 places there in 20-minute race.
Really good. 777, fan favourite, about to do the chicane. Igor's just been murdered.
Oh, on the last lap.
Yeah, you saw it coming. Whoever it is, Giovanni.
Oh, yep.
Giovanni behind him. That'll be a ban.
Yeah, so Azamat crossing the line then. And that will be 23rd position for him. There's a few guys who are still in the pits that obviously have been in the pits for a little while. Jurovic still running. Where's Sasha? Sasha Byrne.
Yeah, that's a shame. He got well and truly taken out there.
Oh, I'm going to say I think Jurovic was running quite well there. I think obviously had managed to stay out of trouble. It didn't look as though been involved with anything, so yeah, a bit of a shame. Just wait for Burnt, who's our last driver, to complete the race.
I feel sorry for Jurovic. He's a regular now.
He
like
is.
To see that.
No, exactly. Well,
70 car that... You right?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, yeah, we don't like to see it with anyone, but yeah, Jurovic been with us, as you say, for what, about 4 series now, I think, something like that. Yeah, so end of the sprint race then.
Yeah, another 5 minutes now. The guys can just have a comfort break if they require. Reconfigure their cars. Put some more fuel in.
Yeah, that's going to be a crucial one if people start with a 20-minute fuel load. Expect to see a few people come in and suddenly stop for fuel.
At the 20-minute mark, yeah.
But yeah, as you say, the in the long haul, this hour race, the longer haul, you would expect the tyres to play a little bit more of a factor. So there might be that sort of natural lull towards the middle of the race, but as it starts to play out towards the end, hopefully the guys will all start jostling and changing position again, because there'll be those that have managed to save the tyres a little bit over those that have sort of trashed them through the first part of the race.
We actually had a steward's ticket raised in quali.
Oh, good. That might be the quickest ticket ever. After Sam's last week, which was a few minutes into the first race. So, never mind. That will be reviewed after the race. At some point during the week, whenever we've all got time in our lives to have a look at these tickets, but we will get them done. Yeah, so hoping, just having a look, see if there was anything else. Nothing else mentioned, so all good on that front. Any thoughts for Wednesday, Tom, just whilst we're on the interval?
Thoughts for Wednesday?
Yeah, just wondering if you had any ideas. I know you've been running sort of 60s and 70s touring car type stuff on AC.
Yeah, that was good fun. We did some snow drifting a couple of weeks prior, so that was good fun as well. I think we're missing some single-seaters. I think we might have a single-seaters evening if I put a pack of 3 cars together. Formula 4, Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1. You know, just a selection of different pace cars. So yeah, if anyone fancies that, let me know in the Discord. I'll decide what we do.
Yeah, that'll be good. We've not had any single seater stuff for a long while on our servers, especially on AC. Unfortunately, still can't get RF2 to go. We don't know what's going on with the files on the server side. I think Chris was potentially going to have a bit more of a look this evening on it, but yeah, as it stands, we're still not able to select anything other than the Toyota for the touring cars, which is massively frustrating because I'd love to get that series up and running for you.
Yeah, do love a bit of the touring cars.
Yeah, well, I think especially with that pack as well, I think they drive so well. It make a really, really good series, but say at the minute it's just a bit of an issue on the server side, which we're struggling to figure out. But I think that's just RF2 all over, isn't it? There's a great base game there, but the UI and everything else has got a lot to be left desired.
I'd certainly agree.
So not long left now then. Surprised Kyle is not up on the jacks at the moment, so he obviously isn't worried about tyre temperature. You see a lot of the other cars. Oh no, he's gone up onto the jacks again now just to say that, so he's obviously done it as a last second thing. Yeah, you see the cars bouncing down, so that's the guys coming out of the setup menu on the screens and getting ready to click drive before the session timer drops down too far and boots them back to the pits. So nobody has jumped back to the pits according to my leaderboard. Oh no, just to say that, Phil Brown again is back in the pits. So
I believe that is so he doesn't get the penalty points for not attending.
Ah, okay.
Because he's attended but not driven a single thing. So yes, we also got Marchetti in the pits as well.
So I'm talking a load of rubbish then. It's not showing me on.
Oh no, he's frozen out. He's left.
He's left. Yeah. Yeah. So there's.
Apologies, he left last race.
Yeah, there is another driver out, but we've still got 30. Well,
You've got 30.
Phil's, yeah, I mean, Phil's clearly not going to race, but so we've got 30, but that is fine by us. And say Ash starting at the back again. I did actually have a message of Ash saying exactly as you pointed out, Tom, he'd rather just start at the back than those few positions ahead and try and stay out of trouble, essentially.
What number is Phil? 44.
Oh, Lewis Hamilton's number. No wonder he's doing. Yeah, no wonder he's doing something dodgy.
He's gone.
Yeah. There you go. So 30 on the grid.
Might have made a bit of an issue for people. Well, you can't skirt around the no penalty points thing by rocking up and sitting your car in the pits for 3 hours or 2 hours.
Yeah,
Not,
we'll keep an eye on that.
That's all right. He's banned. So halfway through the lap, let's.
So the 577 car come back in the next race. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll see you on the grid at the next one then. I'm going to say, had a good run last time, seem to remember. So, yeah, it'd be good to see you back on the grid. We've got family. We've got the dizzying heights of 13 people watching, Tom. And I know, and that's definitely not just all of us watching our own stream.
Right, so Senko with the work to do again, 11th. So he came through well in the last one. With more time, can he come through, or is he going to cane the tyres too early? What do we think?
Yeah, it's difficult to say because obviously he was right on the tail of Ant at the end, and Ant wasn't that far away from Kyle and stuff at the end of the race, so I don't see why not. He's got one less car at the start. There's Dave Rose who is ahead of him, and Scott Savage, so yeah, depending on, I think the opening few corners are going to be crucial for Matt in this race if he wants to push up towards those podium positions. If you can gain 2 or 3 places early doors, we'll just have to see how it goes. Not sure how that Audi's going to cope overall with the tyre wear. I would expect Cruz to probably struggle a little bit in the Porsche, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Marty Zenko again, I think the car to watch coming through the field.
Right, the cars are out of the chicane. They grid up 2 by 2. Grab a snack quickly, or hopefully you've grabbed one already because you got an hour of this racing. Andy, I'll let you lead them away.
Yeah, so the light will be about to go green any second now. And away they go. It's a much better start for Kyle this time round. Negating what was happening with the Porsche. That's Horvath and Matty Davis going to, early on the brakes there as they go into turn 2. So Kyle, the comfortable clear lead this time through. Sam Woolridge losing position. There's Max Tad making a move down the inside of Sam, who's going to be on the outside here, but as these S's go, he will have the inside, then outside, and Sam having to slot in early actually, so Sam losing that position there. Matty Zenko has made his way past Dave Rose. I think he's gained 1 place already. Everyone appearing to make it through unscathed, which is really good to see. A few changes of position, but I'm not seeing anything light up on my leaderboard with the yellow flags or people losing multiple positions, so it looks like a real tidy start from everyone. Yeah, Kyle, like race 1, managing to get himself in front and keep that first place. And Cruz has now got to try and chase him down. There's a yellow flag incident. That is Ashwotton and Myers. There, we'll just have a quick look back. There's Ash. A little bit of a touch on the way in, and he's great. He's got deep. He's got the car stopped, but yeah, Myers into the back of Ash there as Ash was absolutely parked on the apex. Maybe one for the stewards to have a look at. Sam Woolridge has lost a few positions. Sorry, looking at the leaderboard. Just come back again. So, just drifted wide by the looks of it into Spoon. So, Sam losing multiple positions early on in this race. Not ideal for him. Hopefully the replay, will finish. And Kyle with an absolutely storming first lap. 6/10 up as they cross the line. So Cruz has got a lot of work to do to get himself back on the tail of that Lamborghini, but the Porsche looking really strong through that first sector at the moment.
Just had to restrain myself from doing any live stewarding.
There's Jurovic with a yellow flag there. Ash Wotton has dropped a place as well, so we'll just have a look. The Sash with Jurovic. He's looking to stick a nose down the inside, and I'm afraid Ash has just got that one wrong. Yeah, I think he's just backed off and let Jurovic go as he realises that's his mistake. Thankfully nothing too troubling between those two, and their battle will continue. Just jump forward then back towards the front of the grid, and Horvath is having to defend heavily from Max Tad at the moment. So Max is leading the silver class as it stands, with Scott Savage about a second off the back of him. There he is in the red AMG, and there's a whole host of cars following in behind. Not too much of a spread at the moment. Where is Matizenko? Matizenko still in 10th place. He's not been able to make a move on Jan at the moment. There's still plenty of time in this race, Tom, for him to make his way forward on this grid.
Yep, just typing up some notes. Just typing up some notes. I've just made the ticket. A driver that is no longer in the race of his own accord just doesn't need to come back next week. So what have we got? We've got an awful lot of field spread further down, but that top bunch of cars all running nice and competitively. Who is behind car 24? Zenko. Zenko's 10th. He's not made the same moves we saw earlier on.
No, he's literally just made the move on Jan there, but Jan, it looked like he just moved out of the way. I think he realises obviously Matt is in the pro category, he's a silver, and he pretty much just waved Matt through there, so he gains another spot, but he's probably not going to be too happy with how much progress he's made so far. As Jan tries to avoid Matty, I think, there, and he's just about avoided everyone. He's managed to collect it, so he did really well there as he got on the grass and got into a bit of a tank slapper, but to me it looked like he was just started to, he just drifted wide. Sorry, I thought Matty had held him up a little bit, and did well to collect that in the end. But Matt Zenko, I'd say maybe he's just feeding himself into the race a little bit, but as you say, he's not made the progress you would have hoped so far.
Got Myers to the pit lane as well. The Jaguar looks like he's been fighting back.
There's a yellow flag. Jurovic again.
Jurovic, over-rotated out the corner. Just didn't quite straighten up, and just a glance to the barrier and carry on. But I feel for Jurovic. He's had a target on his back for a fair bit of this evening's racing.
Sure, it's something we can do. Mike Davis.
77, 77 in the wall, 130 yard.
Let's have a look on the replay then at this.
He's getting none.
Yeah.
Was he inside curb?
Yeah, inside curb. The car just then rotated. He lost the grip on the rear of the car. The car spun round, and he managed to just gather it up and get going again. So there's no, shouldn't be any damage on that car. Whether it's done a lot to the tyres in terms of heat, flat spots, but there's definitely no physical damage to the car, so hopefully he can get that back singing again and making his way back through the pack.
Matt Johnston now. Just making a move around the 971 of Patrick. The what is it? Something Bull. It's Red Bulls, isn't it?
Red Bulls, yeah.
Yeah. So he was a little crossed up through the first sector. Matty J, ever the optimist, ever the opportunist, up past Patrick, and there's a little bit of a queue forming now.
Yes, Sam and Matt Jordan. And, sorry, Nicholas Mott as well in the Ferrari, all trying to join in. He's getting close.
420 car up behind Matt Jordan. You watch this.
Extremely close. Oh, yeah.
Extremely close. It was even closer in the hairpin. So to the outside line for Spoon.
Oh, there's contact.
On the way in. Yeah, Matt Jordan just trying to cover the line slightly, pushes. Let's see how they rejoin. Absolutely god-awfully.
Yeah, not a good rejoin there. Just straight back onto the racing line. Yeah, difficult one that. We'd have to probably look at a replay on it because.
Getting boxed in.
Just see how these guys.
Looking to the inside, and then there were comments after race one of some people not a fan of other people's driving, but we've just got to be a bit careful.
I just want to see a quick replay of this contact. I didn't know. Yeah, it's Jordan's come across. Yeah.
Right on the line.
Yeah. Just wondered which way it gone, whether they both sort of moved and closed in on each other or not. But yeah, I think that was Jordan. Just drifted as Mott has lost it on the second corner. It was the curb on the outside that just started to rotate the car around. He managed to hold it really well actually, but he lost that position to Ross Parker, but stayed ahead of Ryan David. Ryan having to anchor up to avoid the contact. So just looking up at the front, half a second in it still. Kyle Wright is got that half second gap. I was just looking. Cruz with the fastest lap of the race on that last lap, 0.2 quicker.
Oh, we've had the Red Bulls over rotate under the bridge.
Yeah, just see dropping down the leaderboard. Hopefully he gathers that up and has a safe rejoin back onto the track. But everyone gains a position out of it. No one else moved up multiple times.
Seems like quite a lot's happened, but we've only done 4.5 laps.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people sort of making mistakes or a little bit of contact here or there. But yeah, it should start to settle down, you would believe. Guys, well, obviously your top two, nose to tail. There's a bit of a gap back to Lewis Robinson in third, and then another gap back to Ant Brown, and then Horvath and Tad still fighting away there for 5th place overall. Scott Savage, who's now going to have Matty Zenko for company. Joe Challoner in 9th, so Joe's made up some positions in this race as well.
Even so, Craig Fulton, car 41, is running in 15th. Sorry, I know we're just watching Scott Savage under pressure from Zenko on your screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's an absolute train of cars, even down in 15th. It's the field spread's not too high. We've been seeing that the slightest mistake can drop you right down the field.
Yeah, as you say, there's 0.5 back to Jordan.
Max just ahead of that battle. Max is all over the back of is it Imre Horvath?
Yeah. Oh, Matty Zenko wide coming out of Degner there. Yeah, I was going to say wide coming out of Degner. Just lost the rear end a bit. These two closing right back in on Ant again. So Ant just struggling a little bit at this phase of the race. Yeah, Max starting to look racy and wanting to make a move. Just going to go slightly.
Yeah, it's that wide line out of Spoon though. They're able to get on the power, but that front right is going to be absolutely screaming.
Yeah, there's a lot of long corners. There's that is Zenko showing a nose. And Scott has taken so much curve. I can't believe that car has not even had a slide there. That just seemed to take so much curb on the inside. Just want to have a look at that again. Got absolutely bouncing.
Nearly track limits, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely bounced across, but just took it like an absolute boss. The car had no issues whatsoever with the Merc over the curbs. Yellow flag for the 319 in 21st.
The chicane. If you can look to Craig.
Here we go. So that is Jordan.
Jordan, yeah, has just got round the outside of Craig through the chicane. So through 130i, positioned the car to the left, went round the outside of Craig into the right-hander. And yeah, long way round. Yeah. So Craig on the defensive. There's a bit of a gap ahead. So Matt's going to try and run off into the sunset. Craig's, the 53's gone round mid-pack.
Oh, that's Horvath, yeah. Oh, and he's just jumped back to the pits. I was just wanting to have
out of the way. I was concerned.
Or has he quit? Oh, he's quit, so I can't even see what had happened to him. It won't let me focus.
Fifth, yeah, from 5th. So Max is up. It does show an incident, but not who with. I have a number that it was versus, but.
Let's have a look. Should have it here. Has Max gone for a move? Oh, it's
shown his nose in an ever-closing gap.
Yeah,
I'm afraid.
Yeah. It's just sent him round. So yeah, it's a shame that one. And yeah, and Horvath not wanting to continue the race. So it has relieved the pressure on Ant Brown for now. There's Matty Zenko up in 6th place. Then he's got Joe behind him. Joe was a lot quicker on the last lap, but then they would have been overtaking Scott Savage. So just trying to compare. The best lap times are pretty much comparable as well, so could be a good battle brewing between Matt and Joe here. We'll see what Matt can do in clear air though. We know how quick he can be at times. He's got that 1.3 second gap to bridge over Max Tad ahead of him. He was a lot quicker that time through because of the incident that happened.
Just a quick shout back to our leaders as well. Look at this.
Yeah, excellent
Your
stuff.
top 2 after 15 minutes, and their last lap times were less than 0.2 apart. Well, they can't be much more than 0.2 apart. We've lost the 50 car to a yellow flag, DiCarlo, in 23rd.
Yep. Oh, Matt Jordan. Matt Jordan's in strife as well. And he's been in the barriers, so has he just over-rotated? Getting on the power, or is it going to be the curb?
Curb.
Yeah. Just unsettled the car, and that's straight in the barriers, so he's going to have a relatively decent amount of damage you would expect on that car. And that's Patrick behind him now, trying to put him under pressure. Dave Rosen, Scott Savage, just saw their deltas. Nothing between them, but Scott holding on for now. Dave in the Hooters Ferrari trying to find a way through.
Craig's still got a train behind him in 14th.
Scott wide on the exit of Spoon. We'll have a look at Craig in a second as Dave Rose gets alongside then in the Ferrari on the exit of Spoon. There's Matt Davis behind them on his recovery drive. That Merc's simply outpowering the Ferrari. Does appear to be a little bit of damage on the front of Dave's car. Yeah,
no curb that time for Scott, so got away with a warning shot last time when he leapt over. Top driver defensive, Carl's having to cover the inside. To the outside goes the Porsche. Nose still alongside on the outside. Is there a cutback to be had? We know the Porsche is good on power.
Yeah, Kyle saw that one all the way, just parked it on the apex and knew that he had nowhere to go. And he'll be able to simply hold on again through the S's.
Lewis in third will be rubbing his hands. Well, no, he won't be rubbing his hands together. He's driving, but he'll be excited by the fact that these two now having a battle. He's there, ready to pick up the pieces.
Oh, Dave Rose. I just saw the names switch over, but Dave appeared to be rejoining the track when we jumped over on the camera sets. But these two still side by side. I'm going to be side by side again. Dave is going to have to back out, and Matt Davis is right on them now. They've cost themselves an awful lot of time with their battling. See that black Patronus liveried AMG just getting slightly wide on the exit there.
Yeah, Jan's right with him as well, so Dave needs to decide what he's doing. He needs to focus his attack. Scott, with a much wider line out, seems to have the better drive. The Merc Matt Davies now right on the rear bumper. Is Dave going to run a defensive line? Jan taking the more conventional line in the background. Matt Davies doesn't look to the inside, so no move just there. They're going to look for a nice, neat, tidy line out onto the back straight. It's not from Matt Davies, it's Scruffy, so he drops back. It's Dave now trying to move forwards again. The defence has become the attack for Rose.
I keep thinking Scott's going to come into trouble with the amount of Kirby text on the inside there. You just see the car absolutely bouncing across it. But
Davies was wide. Jan was all over the place. But I'll live to tell the tale. The number 11 car has had another yellow flag. That's Nick Myers. He will encounter the leaders soon, to the tune of a blue flag. Craig's still holding on at the front of his train.
yeah, Mike Johnston was just looking to make a move as Ross Parker and Ryan David there. Ryan just showing a nose at the last second. Ross holding on, a little bit of a drift on the exit in that car. Just seeing anything else a bit further down. Not looking like it. Ash Fulton is ahead of John Walker at the moment in 20th. So having started at the back of the grid. Yeah, this sort of got two trains really. You've got the train behind Scott Savage, and then you've got the Fulton train as well. These are your closest battles apart from the leaders, who are still 0.3 apart as Ross.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom.
That's all right. I wasn't looking at your screen, and I jumped to Ross, who is going to get passed around the outside.
No. I'm going to say...
that's a long way round there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know where Ryan was going there. He was off for a coffee break. I think he was going that wide.
And then that's compromised him to Nick Mott. So if you look back, we know Nick's quite quick in that Ferrari.
Yeah, it's like Matt Jordan as well, who we've seen got across the curb and put it into the barriers, but not compromising his pace too much, it would seem. Still running pretty well there in 18th place.
DiCarlo has just quit after spinning by himself.
Obviously, a frustration quit, had enough. Oh, Ryan David, that is a late lunge and sends it down the inside. He forces Ross off the road. And Ross electing not to take the second part of the chicane. Ryan has got a bit of a run onto the start-finish straight as well then. Can the Aston power its way past? That Porsche just about hanging on, but Ryan thinks the better of it and lets Ross continue ahead, probably weary of the move into the last chicane.
Yeah, I think it's starting to show in this part of the field where some cars... There's a
Ant Brown. Ant Brown.
Oh no.
He's looped it coming out of the second Degner. We'll just have a quick look on the replay.
Lots of curb on the way in.
Yeah,
Oh, that went early. That
yeah.
was sideways at the apex.
Never really recovered from that initial bump. It just was drifting the whole time. And he's...
Oh no!
There's an issue with the car. He's got it off the circuit. I wonder if there's a... No, he's got going again.
Stall?
Seems strange that it'd be a stall.
He's about to be part of the Craggle train.
Oh, he just manages to stay ahead of Craggle. I think that's been a desperate one to stay ahead of at the minute. Don't want to get sucked into that train with everyone else. Yeah, so that big loss for Ant. 4th place he was in at the time, and now Max Tad has taken over that 4th, and he's got Matty Zenko right on his bumper of company as Nick Myers gets out the way in the beautiful silk cut liveried Jaguar.
Oh, that's a big slide. Matt Jordan rejoins after 130R. He does in fact get it stopped for the chicane. Yeah, it was massively sideways.
Oh, Cruz has got the lead. Cruz is in the lead, so he's managed to get the move done.
Man. Replay. No.
Oh, not soon enough.
Was it the exit of T1?
It looks like the exit of T1, T2.
Hang on. I've gone back a minute. I will report in a moment. You keep going live.
Yes, Cruz has managed to finally find a way past Kyle Wright. Whether Kyle just went slightly wide.
I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, Tom, I was going to say, give me a chance. I know my brain don't work much due to my tiredness at the minute, but...
So there was a slipstream down to T1. Cruz to the outside. Kyle went in narrow. It was an oversteer on part 2, or turn 2. And that Porsche just got the power on and swept in, as you saw. So yes, pressure was on for the entire race up to that point, wasn't it? So now it's time for Kyle to repay the favour. Can he go with?
Yeah, I was going to say it pretty much been 40 minutes of pressure because it was the first race as well. Car 22, did you say?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Jordan again, so he's not having a good race this time through. Just looking... Yeah, that train behind Craig is kind of spreading out a little bit now. There's only Ross and Ryan David there.
He dived to the inside of Patrick, the 971. Did then wait for him, though.
Right, okay. Oh, as Cruz goes wide this time through turn 2. Bit of an oversteer moment, but Kyle not close enough to capitalise on it. They've both gone past the back marker. Kyle...
It smells blood.
Yeah, he's not happy. He's obviously made that mistake. He's clearly got the pace to go with Cruz, though he's not dropped off the back of him since that overtake happened. So, yeah, his turn to apply all the pressure onto that Porsche and try and force the mistake.
They do say it's easier to chase than be chased, so he might be in a more comfortable position now.
Ooh, very, very sideways on the exit there, trying to get that power down as early as possible.
They're fighting mannerisms from the Lamborghini there. Look at the Porsche out the slow speed corners there. Yeah,
that car is so good in the slow corner speed stuff. Just that traction that it gets by having the weight over the back. I say it does counteract on the longer races. It does wear out those tyres quicker, but on these shorter races, and then wet as well, in the wet, normally absolutely fantastic car for the wet. Jordan with a yellow flag again. Looks like another problem for him. Losing time. Just trying to see if anyone else is making any moves at the minute. It's not looking like it.
Yeah, Ryan David was right up the rear wing of Ross Parker. But again, Porsche out of hairpin. Just drove up bar. Ross has been off. It's now a run onto the back straight, a little sideways from Ross. You said on the longer races it starts eating its tyres. Well, we're nearly halfway into this race, and a little bit sideways from Ross. Even on the rejoin there, Ryan not able to do anything. Ross with a massive amount of curb. They're getting brave.
Yeah, slowly but surely. I was going to say the Aston as well was always one of the worst out of the slow speed corners. So you got Ross Parker in arguably the best car out of slow speed against one of the worst cars. So I'm not surprised the Aston's struggling to get by on the hairpins. Ryan tucked right in under the wing. He thinks about it last second, shows the nose again. But again, Ross tries to sweep and goes wide over the curb and loses it. And that is the position gained by Ryan David. Mistake from Ross in the end after all that pressure. Oh, Matty Zenko has made the move. I did see it on the leaderboard. Hadn't seen it on screen. I just saw Max Tab was taking a lot of curb. Joe, did he get into the barrier?
I don't think I don't think he did. I just caught it on the back of your screen.
Oh, so close, yeah.
Oh.
Just avoided. So yeah, Joe living to fight another day. He's a bit of no man's land really at the minute. He's 3 seconds off the back of Max ahead of him and 4 seconds ahead of Dave Rose. He goes wide again, so it's just phased him a little bit in that section. He needs to gather himself back up and just carry on. He's in a strong position given where he qualified. Jordan's gone to the pits, so I would imagine he's probably going to retire at this moment.
Just clicking around, going down the straight. Like I'm talking 2 wheels in the air on the grass down the straight kind of gig. All over the back of Jan, who appears to run wide.
Ooh. Yeah, he's looking a bit squirrely on the exit. Sam has got a run. They go past the back marker. That is Burn. Oh, bit of door banging. Careful, guys. Sam should have that move done now, though. Jan goes wide over the curves, manages to gather it back up and tries to look for the cutback, and there's contact on the exit.
Yeah, put them both in the barrier.
Oh, and Sam's got a lot of damage by the looks of it. We will just have another quick look at that, just see.
Angle, yeah.
Oh, it actually looked like a bit of an over rotation from Sam.
But he was already 2 wheels on the curb, wasn't he? And
yeah.
you got to drive straight out the corner, not keep coming round. Oh my god, what's this? That's Sam back onto the circuit in front of Craig.
The Craggle train.
Motley crew, yeah. There's Jan in there as well, just behind Craig. So the 2 recovering cars join in the train. Sam.
Yeah, electing to just get out of the way, yeah.
Yeah, the indicator's on. He's trying to make it as obvious for people as possible as he's nearly rear-ended someone.
Yeah, Craggle.
The 971 nearly got Red Bulled into.
Oh, Jan getting close to the back of Craggle there.
Yeah, I don't think that car's quite driving how it used to.
No, I'd imagine not after that trip into the barrier. Yeah, Craig with the sunflower picture of Joe on the bonnet.
Ah, we didn't see it.
Yeah, we forgot on the grid.
We forgot. Can you F7 it? Is it possible?
Are you wanting to do it now?
Yeah.
We need to see it. Right. Excuse the movement of the camera. There we go.
Beautiful. Could you just jump to Max?
So,
Max to the outside of Zenko.
Oh, sorry. I've lost the controls.
To the outside of the circuit. No, he tried to pull a move around the outside and ended up leaving.
Yes, I realised I needed to tab out back to my race control program to be able to move the leaderboard. Too busy.
Stuck with Joe grinning at us.
Yeah, too busy looking at Joe's fabulous picture on the front end of Craig's car. Yeah, Matt Sorry, Zenko in 4th place then, still. So these guys a long way off the back of the top 3.
The treble 5 cars had an incident again.
Burnt, yeah, in 25th place. Yeah, Myers is 3 laps off the back of him as well. Just trying to see who else is close. It's pretty much just the Craggle train, I think, really. Matt Davis and Dave Rose continuing their battle at the minute. Matty Davis not able to find a way past at the moment. Getting closer in that Mert though. Oh, as Dave goes wide then, so can Matty take the advantage? Dave rejoins on the outside of Spoon and Matty's through.
Max looking racy against Zenko. Trading braking points now. It's yeah, pretty good battle. So we've just tipped over the halfway mark. Nearly 3 minutes past that halfway point.
Still,
I wonder if tyres are going to become an issue. Like, we're pretty consistently, like, nearly a second off deltas.
oh, is Max on the curb, very, very sideways there, manages to gather it back up, so yeah, did well. Just relieves the pressure on Matty Zenko for a little bit. So just coming
back to the Craggle train.
Oh, I was just having a look at the front. There's only 0.2 between these two still, and that Porsche very sideways into Degner 1. Still looking good on the exit though, so yeah, tyres maybe not a massive concern right now for these two. Yeah, Kyle.
If anyone is still watching in the chat, please do let us know. We haven't had a message in a while.
Yeah, we've got.
If you are continuing the evening with us, please do say hi. If there's anyone that we need to be looking at that we haven't looked at, do let us know.
Don't forget to like and subscribe as well.
Oh yeah, please like. Craggle's under pressure. Shock.
Yeah, Ryan David.
Still not found a way past.
Yeah, well, Ryan obviously was stuck behind Ross for lap after lap after lap, and they were both stuck behind Craig. Craig having a terrible exit there. Ryan Davis thinking about it, but it's not really an overtaking opportunity there. And Craig going
Craig's
wide.
been scared wide, yeah. I think he almost... Oh no, Ryan's...
It's just that that Aston Martin is just terrible coming out of the slow speed corners. They did actually try to adjust the first gear on it. I think it was I can't remember if it was coming into this patch actually, the 1.9 patch. And Ryan trying to stick the nose close as you like there on the second part of Spoon, but yeah, the Aston was always absolutely terrible through the slow speed corners. And it was much better.
About the high-speed corners?
Yeah.
We're about to find out. 130R, nose down the inside. It's a lot of curb. Craig bails wide. They're gonna get mugged.
Yeah, I was going to say Patrick makes the move, gets car stopped. Oh, Jan, I think into the back.
Jan into the back.
Yeah, just about everyone recovering. I think it's difficult
Ross,
there, really.
Yeah, Ross
drifting.
fancies a bit. Yeah, they all just concertinaed up and didn't spot the battles that were going on. That's allowed Craig to try and run away, so they're 2x2 just behind. Patrick round the outside. Jan even further wide.
Yeah, Jan's going to lose
Ross
out
in
to
all
Ross.
of this? Is Ross,
Yeah.
Ross and Jan. Yeah, side by side. Jan holds the inside line. Ross tries to hang it around the inside. Not quite able to do it in the Porsche. All of that allowing Craig a little further down the road.
Hi Colin, thanks for joining us in the chat, and I'm glad you're enjoying the coverage.
Max up past Zenko.
Oh yes, wonder when that happened then. I didn't see that on the leaderboard, so wonder if it was a mistake or whether Max has just been able to make a move on Matty Zenko, but back into 4th place.
number 35. Hang on, I'm going 2 minutes back. I will report.
Oh, I've just jumped on it now.
Yeah, he's already ahead in yours.
Yeah. There was a slight bit of contact, and that's what it's reported.
It's logged it at the hairpin, sorry. Right, you carry on. I will report back how it is.
So yeah, we'll just stick with Max for now then. So we're nearly 40 minutes into this race. And Matizenko probably starting to struggle with tyres actually, just thinking about it. The Audi has been, I don't think it's always been the greatest on its tyres anyway, but it does have extra ballast coming into this round, so it won't help it.
Zenko in the Audi was compromised out the final turn. Max had a good run to the inside, managed to get past, move back over. Zenko into turn 1, dived to the inside. Did door Max slightly, can't really tell from the angle if room was left or not. That unsettled Matty more than it did Max. Max continued around the outside and is now in the position you see on your screen.
I've just seen Patrick has gone back to the pits, so I'm guessing there must have been either a mistake on his part or some contacts in the 971. And let's have a look. 971 in the pits. We'll just check. All concertinaed up again into the chicane. Oh, this is what we saw. Yeah. Yeah, so okay, not sure what's happened. There is Ryan David has finally got by on Craig Fulton then, so Craig down into 13th place. And he's now got Jan behind him for company. Just having Kyle still only 0.3 off the back of Cruz at the front, so those guys are going to go right to the wire, I think, as it stands.
That's been a fantastic battle, even, you know, we're only 2/3 race distance. Ryan David off circuit there. We've got the...
Oh, there's a change at the front. Sorry, change at the front, Tom. We're going to have a look at that. I think Cruz has gone wide. I think it's a mirror of what happened to Kyle. Oh, Cruz has just gone wide. He's got it wrong over the curb, and Kyle says, thank you very much. I'll take that position back.
Surfing the curb.
So yeah, Kyle now got 20 minutes to try and hold on to that lead and see if he can sustain the pressure. I just wanted to see how these three guys were going to cope at the minute. So, say Matizenko, what was his last lap? His last lap comparable to Max ahead of him, so he hadn't lost time, but Joe was quite a bit faster actually. So Joe was half a tenth quicker than the two guys ahead on that last lap. So despite having that earlier incident just at this corner, oh, very twitchy on the exit there, but yeah, Joe obviously got some pace still. The Aston not chewing up its tyres too badly.
Martin just on the exit, they've got to be careful of.
Oh, that's Myers, yeah. Well out of the way. Yeah, the Aston struggling with that exit grip from low speed again, but yeah, historically the Aston was always very good on its tyres, good on the fuel, and it was normally pretty good on the tyres as well, so might be a factor for Joe in the latter stages of this race. What can he do on this back straight with a bit of slipstream as well? Will it draw him in closer? Delta is saying so. Does it go through 130R then? And up towards the chicane. Joe late on the brakes, taking a bit of a compromised line really there. To go to complete another lap.
I wonder if the Porsches are really going to be heating their tyres. You alluded to it earlier. Watching the mannerisms now, Kyle out front, it just looks a little more collected. The Porsche in second.
Yeah, so say Ross Parker, the other Porsche of note, in 15th place. He's got a good gap to the car behind him though, and
Craig's under pressure. Craig is massively under pressure.
Sorry, I just want to stick with this battle because there is a back marker, 2 back markers. Oh, and that's Kasanov, who's unfortunately got collected there through Degner 1. There's Matt Jordan, and Joe's going to have a run at Matty Zenko on the exit, so the back markers making a huge difference here. And Joe is going to be on the outside, going to try and hang it around there as much as he can. What can he do on the exit? That Audi should be quick, but Joe having a good run. And these two will go side by side. Matt's going to go wide onto the marbles. He might have to slot back in, and Joe gets that move done, so he takes the opportunity and manages to make his way through. So really good driving from Joe there, taking advantage of that situation.
And we saw Max as well run into the back of the back marker. So he's going to have a bit of a damaged nose on that BMW. Let's see if we can just Max through 130R. Is he going to have any more understeer than he normally does in that Beamer? It's out relatively wide. I think that is his line though. Gets it stopped. Not quite hitting the first apex. I wonder if that car is damaged.
Yeah, appears to be a little bit. I don't think it's going to be too much damage on that car. What car? 35 with the 777. We can just have a quick look at it. It's Kazanov on the inside, and
he's hit the curb.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate really. I don't think there's really anywhere Max can go. He's just into the back of Kazanov, so yeah, he has managed to keep that position for now. He's got the 2 pro drivers behind him, tripping over each other, trying to find a way past. But it's a strong showing from Max for his first race with us.
Yeah, it certainly is. He's holding his own. They're 17 seconds off the podium in 4th. Shows the strength of the top 3, especially the top
Matt Jordan,
2.
sorry, in the background. Yeah. Oh, and Matty Zenko with an absolute lunge down the inside there. He's going to try and keep it through the exit, but yeah, he absolutely sent it down the inside. Oh,
he's disconnected. Or he's off to Hogwarts, one of the 2. Do you reckon, has he pulled the plug? Has he...
I was getting worried it was on my end because we had this in the Lambos a couple times where I lost the connection. No, Matty Zenko's gone.
Zenko's gone to Hogwarts.
Oh, that's such a shame though. Like, really good battle between these 3, and for him to sort of get it sent down the inside and make the move, but yeah, as you say, then just took off and went chasing after the Hogwarts Express instead.
On your log of incident, can you watch the replay for car number 1, Jan at the hairpin?
We certainly can. So this is with Craggle. I mean, it's just clumsy, really.
He's come in from another postcode. That's a shame to see.
How slow is Craig?
No, Craig's not slow. Jan's come in from 6th car.
Yeah, that's fine. Just when we first cut to it, it looked like Craig had stopped. Pretty much, that's what I saw.
His pace.
Yeah, you said that, not me. But yeah, so I'm just having a look. With these incidents though, the leaderboard is now just completely spread out. So the
leaderboard fits on one screen now.
Yeah, that's not what we want. We want a big grid, Tom. We want a big grid. 24.
24.
So there's one driver.
That's a shame. We started the evening with 32.
Yeah, the guys obviously that have been involved in incidents and stuff just don't want to continue. They obviously don't see the point, don't think they're going to make up the positions and that again, and have just quit out, which, yeah, we've all been there. So Not going to say too much against them, but yeah, it would be nice to retain the numbers through the evening. But we do still have a couple battles left on the grid at the moment, or close battles anyway, so this being one of them, with Joe trying to find his way past Max. 2 tenths behind him, 1 tenth, he pulls out. The Aston having the legs on the BMW for now.
Yeah, thankfully backing out.
Yeah. What can Joe... Oh, stopping it on the apex. Max there, and he gets the drive on the exit, so that'll be frustrating, Joe, because that's just suddenly cost him about half a second and a chance at trying to make a move. Kyle was 2 tenths quicker than Ricciardo Cruz at the front in the last lap, so that gap creeping up to a second at the front. So Kyle, as he said, just appears to have maybe a little bit more grip at this phase of the race. Still
Actually, Lewis Robinson was a second faster, over a second faster than the top two. Has Lewis played a blinder and looked after his tyres, and he's coming back in the last 15 minutes?
Yeah, you're right, absolutely. 202.1 compared to a 203.3 and a 203.5, so yeah, much quicker. And he's still got a bit of time. There's still going to be 3 or 4 laps here. Oh, sorry, no, over 4 laps.
Look closer on the map.
Ant Brown's in trouble. Oh,
oh no!
What has he done here? Has he gone on the exit? Oh, he's just clipped the curb on the exit. Sorry, the grass on the exit. Oh, it's a gentle nudge into the wall, but
he's still in the wall.
He's finally got going.
There goes Ross Parker. He's got Jan now behind him. Ant Brown falls out of the top 10.
Yeah, not good for Ant. Had a strong first race, but yeah, this one has not gone to plan at all. Seen who else has moved up the grid. Ashwatton's moved up to 16th. To say he started in 31st at the beginning of this race, so he's managed to persevere and make his way through the grid. The top 2 getting ever so close again.
See, on that last lap when they weren't having a little bit of a scrap, both did 202.1s, whereas Lewis did a 202.8, so it would appear some fighting happened. I don't know.
Yeah, potentially, or just some heavy defending from Kyle, maybe just parking it on the apex. Just yeah, obviously, as you say, both lost out. I've just
Treble 7's gone yellow in the last chicane.
Hopefully he's just outbraked himself a little bit, maybe. As we push on then. Final 10 minutes of this race. Say everyone else is just about settled into a position at the moment. We'll keep an eye on the gap to see if there's anything else. It is your front 2 that are still nose to tail. That Lambo ever so sideways on the exit, so Kyle definitely struggling with the tyres as well. Ricciardo Cruz desperate to find a way by. A lot of curb on the inside there, but not unsettling the car too much, and he will get good drive through the exit. Not close enough at the minute though to have a go at Kyle, you don't imagine. Neat and tidy from both of them. Yeah, that Porsche definitely stronger through those first couple corners. We've seen it all evening where he closes right in by the end of the straight, and coming out of turn 2, And then Kyle just able to hold position through the S-bends. And Cruz not able to find a way by. Just wanted to jump back to Craig, taking a hot curb on the inside there. Just saw the gap with Ross. Not much in it between these two. Can Ross get a good drive on the exit here?
No,
a little bit. No, I was going to say it was. I think the early phase was quite good, and then yeah, just that little bit of a wiggle. It's just cost him.
The recovering Ant Brown just behind as well. He was faster, so he yeah, second a lap quicker.
Yes.
Needs to try and recover what he can and actually take some points off of Craig, because he and Craig are in the same class.
Yeah, the points are scored per class, so there isn't an overall score. Oh, sorry, it's Cruz and Kyle Wright just cut back at the right time there, but those two side by side as they went into 130R, they just about managed to sort it out. Cruz trying to go round the outside. It's never really going to work.
Yeah, neither wanting to back out of that one. Obviously, the Porsche, I'm guessing, got a better drive out onto the back straight, so...
But Lewis Robinson is coming. He's only a second off now. As these two keep battling.
201.9. He is motivated.
It is an invalid lap, though, according to my screen, so whether there was... a missed corner or something. Might not be, it might, but there's obviously some sort of track limits infringement on that lap, but safe to say it was a lot quicker than the two cars ahead of him, so if these two keep battling, he might be able to play himself into contention. Not got many laps to go now.
Forget the drivers, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I am too. I'm starting to struggle.
Join us on Slip and Grip Discord for thrilling racing.
I can blame it on a baby at least.
Drive through.
Oh, Patrick. Yeah, with the drive through late on in this race. So we'll lose a couple positions from that. I would imagine we're just going to stick with the guys up at the front.
Yeah, watch for the Porsche out of this turn. Was Kyle compromised last time, or is the Porsche just strong? The Porsche does not understand track limits. No wonder he's got a run. He's off the circuit to get the run. He's gone to the outside. He's found the way to put the power down to ignore the white
Kyle's
line.
just going to squeeze him. Yeah, I was going to say.
Touch on the way in. That stops Kyle rotating the car in. It also stops the Porsche turning in. They bump, and that's another track limits. Hello, McLaren.
Yep, less than a second now. Yeah, you can't blame Kyle for that one. Saw him making the run. Left him a car's width on the outside and a car's width only. Let's go through turn 1 and turn 2 again. Meccano Cruz trying to use the traction of that Porsche on the exit to find a way, but Kyle holding firm up at the front. Brilliant racing from these two though, Tom, through both races.
Yes.
So... Ross.
Under pressure from Ant.
Just have a look quickly, see if Ant can get a drive on the exit here. Oh, he definitely has there. Ross sideways, trying to put the power down. Oh, and that's
just clumsy.
Yeah, unfortunate.
And 2 cars through. That's Jan and Mott. And I don't. Ant's back to pits. Ross is still parked.
Yeah, Ross waiting for a gap in the traffic. Yeah, I think obviously Ross had that initial slide as he was getting the power on, and just as I went through the final corner, I think the car just started to slide again, and it caught Ant out, who just had much better traction and was just driven into the back of Ross. So yeah, it's not like Ant though. Ant, one of say our good drivers on this grid normally.
He's gone back to pits, so that's a...
I think that's a frustration quit for Ant.
Yeah, that's a DNF. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, say Ant normally a clean drive. Oh, where is
he? He might have over-rotated. I don't think he...
Oh, he's got a hell of a lot of damage on that Merc though now. He's going to have to nurse it back.
Cruz, run! It's happening!
Round the outside, but Kyle gets it stopped. He's going to try and cut back.
He's 2 wheels off the circuit to get the cutback. Kyle doesn't want anything to do with it. Stays to the inside. It's scrappy. They're offline. Here comes that McLaren. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. This is now a three-way fight for the lead if these two carry on as they are.
Yeah, this is penultimate lap of the race. Cruz looking.
Oh, he's looking. Kyle leaves him room because he's looking at side by side. This gets very narrow very quickly. These two doing really well. They've managed to nearly do a full hour. Kyle backs out.
And Cruz is into the gravel. He rejoins, and Kyle will take that position back. And here comes Lewis Robinson as well. He's going to get the run past Cruz. He's not going to have a go at Kyle, I don't think, at the moment. Cruz immediately fighting back.
Yeah, Kyle's to the inside. The Porsche strung out the hairpin, so they all fall back into line. They come out where they started. All just kind of tripping over each other. 58.5 minutes into this race. There's going to be one more lap after this one.
Yeah, I think
Spoon, the tyres will be screaming by this point. Let's see how the run onto the back straight goes.
Yeah, I think initially Cruz was obviously looking for that switchback, and Kyle just parked it on the apex and was having none of it, not letting him get that run back, and it just concertinaed up and created all that mess that we saw afterwards. But
your top three half a second apart, nearly, or well, definitely in the closing stages of this race. Sorry to all the other people having little micro battles. The podium is up for grabs. These guys have absolutely gapped the rest of the field, who are now coming through 130R. So it's called their leader on the final lap. So Kyle has everything to lose at this stage. Carno, Cruz in second place now. Kyle with a little bit of breathing room.
I can say Kyle will be happy with that, because turns 1 and 2 have been the weaker point of the evening, and he got through there without having to defend at all. So he can concentrate on this next sector of the circuit and just try and build as much of a gap as he possibly can. We have seen a move try to be made at 130R. Lewis Robinson hasn't given up on maybe trying to get into second as well.
The Porsche just looks absolutely on edge.
Yeah, I don't think the Lambo is looking too much more planted at the minute either, as Ricciardo makes his way through. Thought about having a look, not quite. He's got a really good exit there.
Yeah, Kyle's strong out of there. Yeah, but the Porsche is just faster, so we've got 3 opportunities left for a move. Kyle's defensive on the way in, but moves out. Cruz right under his wing. That's compromised Kyle slightly through there. Here's the run out of the turn. The McLaren gets the best run of the lot. We've seen the Porsche strong in a straight line. Kyle's going to have to go defensive. He knows it's one of Cruz's moves. Cruz stays in slipstream, moves to the outside
McLaren's
now.
coming.
Try and
oh, there's contact.
They touched the Porsche into the back of Kyle. Here comes the McLaren. We said it was going to happen. He's leading into the chicane. Kyle's not going to let this one go easy. They both break enough. The McLaren lunges forward for the left-hander. The McLaren with the nose ahead gets the run out of the turn. We called it about 3 laps ago. It looks like it's about to happen.
And it's going to be a drag down to the line, but Lewis will take the victory. So Lewis,
there it is,
taking the opportunity. What an incredible final lap that was. Yeah, the Kyle and Cruz coming together, making that contact, and Lewis just absolutely stealing the victory at the end. But yeah, well driven by him to just take that opportunity. Yeah, brilliant.
Cut back, fourth has just finished. Max takes fourth and gets Challoner.
Oh, and Davis.
Matt Davies arrives for sixth. Dave Rose in seventh. Matty Johnson in eighth. It's all the regular names that have made it to the end of the race.
Yeah.
Scott Savage in ninth, and then it'll be Ryan David, a short drop back to finish in the top 10.
Yeah, ahead of Craig, Jan, Nicholas Mott. There's a couple drivers further down the grid that have finished, those guys that have been lapped. So yeah, we're just waiting for Ryan David to come across now. Where's Craig coming out the final corner?
That's not a top 10 finish for Craig. We've had drivers leave already. So the positions on your screen mean absolutely nothing. Wait for the results to flash up at the end. Yeah,
just a few cars left to cross the line now. I think most have made the way around. There's a few guys.
No, Ross Parker for... Then you've got the 70 car of Andy Benton.
There goes in the Ferrari.
The treble 7 finishes as well. Then 17, Ash Wotton.
Ahead of John Walker. Both with damaged cars there. Yeah, heavily damaged cars for both of them there.
Half a second apart. And then Igor is going to round it out.
Again with a damaged car. Yeah.
There we go.
But yeah, excellent, excellent race that one. Absolute classic finish for that. As I try and get sorted, then I'll go to our little cutscene thing, which we can ignore what it says the series is, because I still haven't had a chance to get round to change it. But yeah, brilliant night of racing there, especially that race too. Just, well, as you say, Tom, we called it coming 2 or 3 laps from the end. We were just like, Robinson's here, he's going to take advantage of this, and that's exactly what he did.
You could see it happening. Unfortunately, Kyle did as much as he could heading into 130R. And we saw the tap on the rear quarter from the Porsche that just turned in as if he wasn't there, and we've seen it lap after lap. It didn't work a few laps ago. It didn't work there, unfortunately. But for those guys, the McLaren was were right there.
But yeah, so we will be back then next Sunday, which just wanted to try and find where we was racing quickly. I can let you know. So we've got the races to look at. Kyle Army. So a track.
It's always a cracker.
Yeah, it's a track we hadn't done for a little while, I think. So
hang on. It's Formula 1 next week.
Oh, okay. Well,
solo one for you, mate. I'm in Surrey.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. We've
right, we'll trade. We've done one together. You can do one next week.
There you go.
The weekend after, I'm at Centre Parks. Yeah, this isn't looking good for you.
Yeah, I'll try to get a guest commentator in. But yeah, we've got Kyle Army next week. So yeah, a brilliant track, that one. Not one that we haven't done for a little bit. But yeah, hopefully we've got another big grid. Say we do have 50 people registered, but we're probably going to have a quick look through that entry list, I would imagine, to see if there's anyone that's not turned up for the first 2. We might move them on and make space for someone else. But don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe if you've made it this far. Join the Discord and find out what events and that we're doing. As I say, we've got some Wednesday night stuff as well, which Tom's going to sort out for AC at the moment. Shout out to the Patreons as well, so I'm supposed to do that each week. So yeah, shout out And a massive thank you to the patrons, actually, because without them, we wouldn't be doing this and offering it out for free for our drivers. And yeah, I think that's it. So thank you again, Tom.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. Really enjoy it. Thanks for accompanying me.
Not a problem.
Or me accompanying you.
Yeah. We will see you again next time.
Very good. Thank you all. Good night.